Mr. Gossett, can you hear us? Did you email the rest of the teachers? Awesome. You guys, look at this. It's an eagle. So what we're looking at right here, can you see my cursor? That's a giant golden eagle.
So they're watching it now. They're waiting for it to face the launcher.
They're gonna net it.
They're going to try and net this eagle, so you might get to see the net launch over the top of it. Oh, it's kind of turning, it looks like. Rob, what was this behavior called that you said? It was like kind of hunched over
It was
eating?
mantling the carcass, yeah, and it's been feeding for about 5 minutes. So what the crew is waiting for, the crew is in position. We're waiting for it to face the launcher. If you look at this on the left-hand side of your screen, there's a mound. That mound is the net launcher, covered in straw. So somebody's panning way back on us. I don't know who's. Somebody else is operating the camera right now. Interesting.
Yep, you can see his head.
But we're waiting for it to turn and face the camera.
Why?
Turn and face the net launcher so it has less chance of escaping.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he got mad at the other birds. Look, he just sort of puffed up at him.
Oh boy.
Turn around, buddy.
Do we have people listening to us?
We
Oh,
do,
yeah.
Yep.
We got kids watching.
All right.
Kids are watching.
We're waiting for the sweet moment and hope. There's no guarantee we're gonna get it, but they're waiting for the perfect time, and they're gonna trigger the launcher and we'll, oh!
Did he trigger it?
They got it!
They got him? Ah! Oh, he's really struggling, isn't
Oh, he is. Don't get out, don't get out, don't get out.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, they got it.
Okay, guys, they got him.
Oh. Watch them run down now. This is how long they're running as fast as they can right now. And still, we've got seconds. You're recording right, Alan?
I am.
Okay. Wow, they got it.
Mr. Gossick, are you getting this? So we should be seeing people here pretty soon.
Any second.
Yep.
Whew.
How do you know what you're looking at, Rob?
Oh, it's tangled up.
Oh, wow.
So you guys, if they can get him, they'll bring him up here and we'll show you.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get him. Come on.
This is so cool.
It's like they're taking their time getting to that net, man. Holy cow. It must be a crazy run. There they are, here they
Do
go.
you see him?
I think mine must be delayed because I was.
Now they're struggling. Oh,
I
they're
have
on
one.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, they're on it.
I'm
That's
not
cool.
seeing that.
Yeah, I have a slightly different view on my camera. I think you have a little bit better camera network than mine, than the live camera.
Oh, yeah.
I might be delayed
Oh.
just a minute,
Yeah,
because now, yeah.
'cause I'm not seeing any people yet.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, it's on. They're there.
We need to share that screen.
Whoa.
See, now, yeah, somebody's are they zooming in on it now?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, see, I don't know who's operating it.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. We're kind of out.
I think we're maybe like 3 or 4 minutes behind almost.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody that's on the stream, Mr. Gossick, you get like the fancy program of, and Mr. Martin, of the day. They are going to bring this eagle up to where we're at, and they're going to do a workup on this eagle, and we will get to see the whole thing, and you guys will get to see an eagle up close. It's going to be pretty fantastic.
Yeah, they've got it secured.
Yeah, we don't see it yet even. So you guys, what you're watching on your screen is delayed, and what Rob's watching on his is real time.
So you've got, I don't think they've even netted it yet.
So hang on just a second.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Let me try something.
Are you gonna hop in the room with that computer?
Mhm.
Share the screen?
I'm gonna try.
I wonder if, like, the controller of the camera is purposely not letting anybody see the capture.
Maybe.
It might be
Why?
an insight. Well, because, depending on how many people could potentially be looking at this,
Oh, here comes Mrs. Mona Shortman.
it could be, I don't know.
Oh, here we go. Let's see. Hello, Mrs. Shortman's class. You guys have hit the jackpot because what we are looking at right now is a golden eagle on the bait, and it has just been caught.
Let me in.
And so what's going to happen is,
If you quit sharing your screen, I will.
yep,
And give me the right to share mine.
okay, you should have the rights to share yours.
Okay.
We just went way far out, which I think you saw a few minutes ago.
Hang on just a second. Using a computer that I'm not familiar with.
Okay, so
I think the
we've
capture
got,
is what it is.
yep, so Kathleen, you're sharing your screen.
Right, I'm going there. Just
Okay, so everybody hold on just a
one
second.
sec. This is not my computer, so there we go.
Okay, so what you can see Adam and Chloe. Oh, perfect. Yep. Adam and Chloe and Adrian, and they are on the eagle right now, and they are, I'm guessing, Rob, can you talk to us? Are they going to
What they're doing now is it's basically like a soccer goalie netting, and so they had to untangle the eagle that was struggling. It's a 20-foot by 20-foot net that covered the roadkill deer and the eagle, and probably caught a magpie or two. So they're going to release the magpies as quick as they can. Adam or somebody is working on the net launcher to the left of screen, and the two people in there are trying to untangle the eagle.
And so then they're going to bring the eagle back up here, and you guys are going to get an incredibly cool look at how the eagle researchers.
This is very
What they
exciting
do.
for us because so much time and effort goes into every individual eagle. We've been watching this camera since 8:30 this morning and have not had a single eagle land on this bait.
Oh, look at this. There's like a second golden eagle that just flew above the whole thing on the old camera.
So Rob, I have a question. If they get him or her,
Yeah.
and then how do they get him in the car and drive him up here? Do you put him in a cage or no?
The straitjacket.
Okay.
We can.
Yeah, we can. You can spotlight.
Yes, I can spotlight you. Hold on just a second here. Let me get to everything.
They're having a difficult time getting it untangled.
I'm sure he's not real happy either.
No, okay, so you can see Kathleen over here in the small video, and that is the little straitjacket
that they wrap around him.
Yep.
Keep him safe, and
A hood.
hood.
Oh yes, and so why do they put the hood on?
The hood on is to keep him calm. It calms the eagle down right away. It's called a falconer's hood, and it's used for all raptors that falconers work with and fly and handle. So at some point, and I see somebody taking pictures there. That's cool. I think we're real close. The net's repacked. And they're still working on getting that eagle out. From Chloe Hernandez to everyone. Do you see the jiggly?
That was
Yep. Oh, yep. That's you.
That was me. I'm just making sure everybody can see.
And if you have any questions for Rob right now, this is a fantastic time.
We're very excited. We don't know what we have yet. We don't know if we have a golden or a young bald eagle. It looked like a golden. It had these faded feathers on its wing of these coverts that we call the tawny bar, and I thought I saw the tawny bar in the grainy video. So if it's a golden eagle,
so they're just running in the. I have the other one up still. They're just running.
If it's not a golden eagle, Rob, what do you do with it?
if it's a bald eagle, then we will do all the workup, all the measurements, and we'll, if it was an adult bald eagle, we put a transmitter on, but we know it's not. So we might just put one of these colored bands on its leg along with the U.S. Geologic Survey band, and we'll do the blood analysis and everything, and we'll test the blood right here on the spot. But we just don't know what it is yet.
Okay, let's talk to them about if it is, and they bring it up here. Looks
So
like they're wrapping him up here.
Yep, we're kind of just, I'm really anxiously awaiting when they're going to be able, when they stand up and start walking away. And it'll take another 5 minutes for them to get back here to where we'll be able to work the bird up. And that means we're going to take a whole suite of measurements. We're going to put a band on it, take a blood sample. Depending on the age of the bird, we'll either put a wing tag or a transmitter. And depending on the species, I should say, bald eagle gets color band. A young golden eagle will get a wing tag. Now it looks like they're...
Maybe something with a net.
Yeah, now, okay, we got Chloe, looks like holding the bird. Yeah, now they're going to reset the net. So we're trying to untangle. What's probably the situation down there is you have all these ribs and the carcass and the steaks. So that net gets tangled on everything. So they're trying to free it up around the
Chloe's
carcass.
waving.
Chloe's waving at us.
Yay.
Yay, that's awesome.
Boy, she's talented, can hold on to an eagle and wave.
Oh, so Mr. Martin's class has a question. How long does it take for for the tracker and the wing tag to be put on?
Because you guys are, they got to check out on us?
No, I think it's just a question, yeah.
Once we get the bird back here, the whole process should not take any longer than 40 minutes.
Wow.
That's great. Yay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're very excited, you guys, to actually be able to have an eagle in hand for this.
Was that you?
Yeah. That was, sorry.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm gonna let you.
I don't know how to do it.
Oh.
I don't know that computer. I mean, I know how to do it. Yeah, just.
Maybe zoom back out and then zoom in.
There's probably a preset on it.
Oh yeah, could have camera presets.
Shoot.
Which one is this? Is this what we were just watching?
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Now we're watching some grass blow.
That's awesome. Right?
Yeah, it looks like it's totally turned around. What did you hit like a preset? Because there might be presets.
Well, oh, now I see that.
Maybe somebody else will take control. Let me see if Jack is. Maybe I can get Jack on it.
All right, Des, we're getting back.
Let me see if I can.
Well, this one's now synced up to this one, which is interesting.
Let me see if Jack.
So now we can see it on the trail cam.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna stop sharing this.
Okay, and I will share
ahead,
mine. Perfect.
The trail cam.
All right, you
Oh, we can
guys.
see it again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we can't see it yet, but we're going to share our camera, and then I can play around with this. We're going to get it back, you guys. Let's find out where we're at.
I don't know if Gus is here.
We need the tech support. We got the camera all silly.
Hey Jack, I didn't know if you happened to be online. Just happened.
This is what happens in real research, everybody.
Kathleen here with Inspired Classrooms hit a button on Chloe's computer and we're off the carcass. So I didn't know if you were on. I could probably get Gus to do it, but okay, we'll stop touching it. Okay.
Okay, we're stopping to touch it. All right, perfect.
She was fighting you. Yeah. Okay. We won't touch it. You get her on. Thanks.
So I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to just have the camera on you for a second here. And why don't you tell us a little bit about a few things, or if you guys have some questions, Mr. Gossix and Mr. Martin, go ahead and ask away or type into the chat, and this is your moment to have all your questions answered. Because in a moment or two, that car is going to come around and they're going to bring the eagle right in front of us, which is going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about this. We don't know what we have yet. I should get a text any moment here.
To reveal.
Yeah, I'm a little distracted with the camera, but I'm hoping. Here we go. There we go. There we go.
There it
nice.
And are you sharing it okay, Allie?
I'm not yet, but I will do that right now.
Awesome.
So cool.
Yeah, and it's going to take them they're about ready to leave. They've reset the net just in case another eagle happens along. But you could see how much time and effort goes into this. Now somebody is collecting up some grass and some straw, some dried up grass to camouflage the net launcher.
All right. So
the bird has a big crop of food in its upper proventriculus. So that's good. That's good to know.
All right. So we have a couple questions.
Yeah.
So Mr. Gossix's class wants to know: have you ever hurt a bird on accident?
We have never hurt a bird.
Awesome.
That I know of. always a nail biter, and there's always potential for that, but we have never injured an eagle that I know of. This particular system is really, it's perfect. Actually, a friend and colleague of ours invented this system, and it uses padded projectiles, which I got shot right in the leg with one point blank. I know somebody else that got shot right in the head with it.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's about as forgiving a system as you could have for catching eagles.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And here comes Chloe's walking up. But that's always a risk. That's always a risk. And with wildlife research of any kind, it's not without its mistakes, and it's not without flaws. Anytime you're trying to take a wild animal out of the wild and control it, there's a risk involved. But this system is really pretty sweet.
So I'm wondering, when they bring it up here, Rob, what will they be doing?
They're
taking
gonna
blood and.
I'm gonna step back and I'll talk as they go.
Okay.
Awesome.
And I'll talk through everything that they're doing, because these guys have their system. And what we'll probably do, and maybe I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna make some room on the table here.
Oh, that's a good idea.
My guess is that we could set up right here. I should start getting some stuff together once we find out what it is we actually have. And I know we have an eagle, but outside of that, I don't know what we have. So I'm gonna get a few banding stuff together, some blood ready.
So we're getting it all ready right now, you guys. So everything's gonna come in. Hey, while you're getting stuff ready, how often do they escape the nets?
They don't escape. They generally don't do a swim out. That is like rare. It's like you either miss them or they get tangled up pretty bad, like we just saw. But sometimes you'll get the birds to swim out. That's never a good thing.
So sometimes they'll swim out from underneath the net, and you don't want them to do that. Not at all. Oh my goodness, here, now we're back. We can see them. We can see everybody working now. Here we go. And they're just putting everything away, and hopefully they will be up here to the house in just a minute to show you the eagle. Oh, how cool is that? It almost looks like Chloe's carrying the eagle in like a baby carrier of some sort, but I think she's just holding him close to her body
with the
kind of that swaddle blanket around it, the straight jacket.
Yes.
So we learned last time that the eagle's wingspan is what?
7 feet.
7 feet.
And Chloe's carrying that?
We shall see.
Pretty incredible. Wow. So this is the day in the life of an eagle researcher. All right, Mr. Martin, we'll see you later. They have early out today.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, no.
Well, Mr. Martin should come back, though.
That's all right. Mr. Gossick's still in.
Early out.
And is Miss Shortman still in?
She never came in.
Wow.
She was all excited.
I know. I just emailed her. So incredibly cool.
That's okay. We'll have the recording of this one.
Yes. Absolutely. Mr. Gossick's class, we appreciate your patience while we're getting it. Oh, here comes Bess. Wonderful. Let's see. Whoops.
I don't even know where their stuff is here.
Hello. We're so glad you guys made it. All right. So we're seeing Chloe is walking. Hi. So we got an eagle. And we can see that Chloe on the screen is walking back up to the truck, and she is going to bring that eagle into the room where we're at, and we're going to get a really close-up look of this eagle. And we're going to watch the scientists do a workup on the eagle. So we're thinking, it's like they're heading back, so we're hoping they'll be here in about 3 to 5 minutes.
Yes.
And then we'll get to see the eagle, which will be very cool. Rob right now is busy getting everything ready. He's got his data sheet that they fill out. And what type of information is on that sheet, Rob?
Oh, we're gonna get how much the bird weighs. We're gonna do a bunch of foot measurements, leg measurements, beak measurements, cranium. It's a whole host of measurements we will take, and we'll move through this very methodically once we start.
Our friend in our room. Yeah. Like email some of our, like our, our buddies. Deanna.
Okay, so they've left. Okay, so what we're looking at, they've left the site. So they've reset everything up. You can actually see it looks like there is a raven, maybe even already back on.
Is that right?
It could be a shadow, but it looks bird-esque to me.
Wow, awesome.
So this is definitely the hot spot for the birds to be.
This is fantastic.
Yep. And I think so now we're gonna wait, and we should see them any minute. Oh, here comes, I think this might be them, maybe.
No, oh, over there?
I think they're on their way. I see the truck.
Oh, gray rig, yeah.
Gray rig with a little back thing on it.
Yeah, that's them.
So they are bringing the eagle up to the house, and we'll get a close look at it.
Awesome.
Amazing. Rob's really excited. He's heading out to meet him. He can hardly contain himself. So I know some of these classes were in earlier today, and there's a lot of waiting that goes into catching one of these golden eagles, a lot of patience, and so it's pretty exciting when this happens. And it's not something that happens every day. I think we have come out here 3 times before to have live days with the eagles, and this is the first time that we've ever caught an eagle on a live day. So it's a pretty exciting moment.
It's still chilly out there.
Yeah, it's still cold.
I was going to get them I have a 10 millimeter pencil lead for them, but we'll just step back and let them do it.
Yep.
I'll step in where I can.
How cool.
That's great.
All right. This is science in action, but not in your textbooks.
Huh.
Super cool. Okay. Oh, you know what? Email one other person here about this.
I just sent them.
Good. Let people.
Oh, good. Oh, Mona's here. Oh, good. We're so glad, Mona. Yay.
Says we're listening in and ask many questions in chat.
Oh, maybe on the stream.
Yeah.
Why don't you check?
All righty. This is awesome. What do they have? We don't know. We know, I think it's a golden. Did we ever get confirmation? Wait, round it out.
I know. All right. Oh, here comes Jody Oberweiser.
That's just
Awesome. All right. We've got Drummond hopping on.
Oh, Drummond, that's the golden eagle. We got golden eagles very close to Drummond.
What's the helm
What's that?
bill? What's the gallon?
Oh, that's awesome.
Gallons. What's the gallons?
All right, you guys, they should be arriving. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. We're going to head over. So oh, do you see them out there, Rob?
Yeah, they're here.
They're here. So all right, they're going to be coming in.
We have to be really quiet.
Yeah, we'll be really quiet.
Yeah, what we'll do is, we can converse with just loud, clangy, bangy stuff. This is the stuff that's gonna
Scare them.
Yeah, but this eagle, this is an alien abduction. So this eagle, this is like getting picked up by the aliens. So it might be real calm, or it might be ready to kill.
That's a special one.
Very special.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's got a transmitter.
Oh, no way.
Who is this? A reader. Are you shitting me?
I don't think it was one of the ones we've gotten so far.
How's it looking? Oh, this is Aurora. I smell it. It's a skunk. This is Aurora, man. This is the skunk killer. This was a bird that formerly, we're going to confirm, but I'm thinking, this is a local. This was formerly 303. Wing tag 303.
No way.
I mean, I'm jumping to conclusions here. Oh, yes. Wow. So Adam's figuring out the backstory. This is a recap, you guys. You don't get recaps for golden eagles. So rare. And this one has the transmitter, and so we'll be able to. We're going to find out if the transmitter is working right. How's it? Have you guys evaluated and all that?
Not really.
See who she is. If the transmitter doesn't work anymore, that would be cool. Look at the crop, guys.
Yeah.
This is 2 pounds of meat right there. She was wolfing down meat or eagling down meat as quickly as possible. Did you guys go with that hood or?
Where's
Is that their other hood? Her beak has some interesting cracks in it, but I think it's just normal stuff. Nothing that looks traumatic, like she was hit by a car or anything. Look at these feet. Can you zoom in on these?
Yeah. Me.
I would zoom in on those. This is a big female. This is a skunk killer. We're gonna do a quick switch of the hoods. Ready, Chloe? Hey. Look at the beautiful eye. The eyes are ornate like marbles, like constellations. And we think that they changed. We know they changed from juvenile to adulthood, but we think they continue to morph and change and almost crystallize.
Yeah, do you want to take that?
This is awesome. Yeah, I didn't know. I could hold guys, and you can get. I started trying to get separated, but I'm like, I don't even know you got your system. I'm not even gonna.
We'll bring it all out here.
All right. She's really calm.
You can do a wing, open wing.
I have to zoom back. The wing is so big.
This is really important that we've got to recap. So look at the size of that.
Wow.
Massive.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the feathers?
Well, this is how we age them. So we see generations of feathers in here. These 10, 9, 8, these are old. See, this is a nice new one. Here's another new one. So they're constantly replacing and growing new feathers. Look at all this undertail cobras. These birds can withstand such extreme colds, temperatures. The crop, immense. The feet speak for themselves. These talons This animal is capable of taking down a full-grown pronghorn antelope.
Wow.
And now we're finding out which transmitter we got here. Adam's doing that for us right now, right? And it's really nice. We could turn and show you guys the transmitter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool.
The unit looks excellent. We got one little feather out of place here. We'll clip that, but the solar panel looks very well intact. Transmitter's fitting well. The antenna is not chewed up and it's not messed up at all, which suggests the bird was comfortable with this unit and not fighting it too much. So this is really good stuff. And she does smell. Yeah. She smells a little bit like a dead deer because she had to get, she sort of probably got face planted in it. And a little bit of skunk. Just taking that feather just to clear it from, yeah. And she's being pretty calm. So we need to know who she is. So Adam was going to check. We get a van number?
Not yet.
We'll mark some stuff down.
Leeper.
Leeper?
Captured 229,
This is
2020.
Leeper. She breeds. I was at her nest.
Oh my
God,
goodness.
are you kidding me? Dude, I was just looking at her data.
Well, and it looks to me like Leeper is a resident.
She's a local. She's a resident.
A local.
Oh my goodness, I almost feel bad that we call it Leeper. Let me see here.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to share my screen because I have all the data points up on my screen.
Yes.
So we're gonna take a look. So I'm looking right now at where Leeper lives. I'm going to go back out so you can get a feel of where that is
29? What's
in the United States.
24.
So here we are. We're at the MPG Ranch. Leeper lives on the MPG Ranch, I think, some of the time. Definitely in the Bitterroot Valley. But you can see.
There. This is Leeper.
Look at all these points. Oh my gosh.
Leeper nests outside west of Missoula in the Blue Mountain area.
Yeah. Wow. Look at all these data points. Oh my goodness. This is years and years of data points. So we're going to just play this.
Yeah. One quick shot.
Oops, let's see.
Transmitter 2.
Okay, we're going to play all of this and you can see
Leeper's going to be
where
on
Leeper
soon,
goes.
probably. Gotcha. Sorry, Leeper.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
That's incredible.
All right, so I'm going to stop sharing so we can take a look back at Leeper. Because now this bird
I just took photos.
has a name.
This is Leeper. It's an adult female that we captured 2 years ago. She had put off one nestling last year in the Blue Mountain area, which is just west of Missoula. And she's been sitting on her territory very tight. She wandered far. This is far for her to wander to the ranch. I'm glad she has a massive full crop of food.
Wow.
The transmitter is fully functioning. Again, she put off a youngster. I've been to this bird's nest. She nests in a tree that you wouldn't even imagine is a golden eagle nest. It's not even a full-grown ponderosa in a logged-over, cut-over area. But she's an awesome bird, and she makes a living right on the fringes of humans.
Yeah.
And she feels great. She feels fat. Her transmitter is looking awesome. She feels great. I mean, this is perfect.
All right. Oh, Horizon just joined us. Horizon, we have just caught a bird. This is Leeper. Leeper has actually been caught once before.
We're mugging it up. I don't know if you guys, this is exciting. Like for Raptor researchers, it doesn't get much more exciting than getting a recaptured bird with a transmitter. We don't have to put the transmitter on again. The transmitter is riding perfectly. We could probably just take a little Windex to the solar panels. It looks perfect. And this is a breeding female. She feels heavy. She may even have eggs. Wow, how awesome.
Will you weigh her?
We're gonna try and weigh her. I've never weighed a bird with a transmitter. So there's two ways we could do it. We could hang her, or we could try and put the ob on without messing with the transmitter too much if we can. Cool. I saw this bird's baby. There we go.
There we go.
This is very exciting, and she's got a massive full crop. This is the first time she's left the Blue Mountain area all winter.
Well, she came out just for the classrooms today. We have looks like five or six classrooms on right now, watching this.
Very exciting.
So what are you doing right now? What are you putting around Leeper?
We're putting her in a eagle straitjacket so we can get a weight. So we're gonna weigh her. So this will control her from nice job, Chloe. So this is just like I say, it's a straitjacket for eagles, and so this will make it we'll be able to weigh. We're gonna be able to do all kinds of comparative morphometrics, blood levels. She feels heavy. Yep.
How much does she weigh?
It weighs about 9.5 pounds.
Oh, that's not huge.
Yeah.
Yep. That's great. So same weight as last time?
4,300.
Exactly same weight as when we first caught her.
That's good.
This is so cool. Poor Leeper. Abducted twice by aliens. By the same aliens, no less.
I have a couple questions for you.
Yeah.
Did our talons ever get dull?
They can get dull when they're on rocks.
Oh, look at that.
You know, and there's a little blood. I mean, she got some blood from the carcass, and sometimes they grab themselves, but these feet are they're like dinosaur, they're like gator feet.
Awesome.
So we're gonna take some measurements and get Leeper back out into the wild as quick as we can.
That is so cool.
And we'll be able to track it. This bird just took on a whole special, I think this bird's awesome anyway. I have, and I've been to her nest. But the fact that I'm just kind of stunned by this. I'm having to take this in right now. So we're gonna take some measurements. These guys, I'm gonna just hold, and these guys tell me what to do, you guys.
We'll
take a seat.
We'll do Coleman first.
Coleman,
I will write and help.
Okay.
If you have any questions.
So we're gonna do beak measurements. All these are important because you have a wild bird in hand. You may as well collect as much data as you can. And these particular measurements are gonna help us to learn more about the biometrics of a golden eagle, of an adult female golden eagle, which, as we said, adult females are larger and more powerful than the males. Why that is, we don't really know exactly. There's some theories.
Wow.
Coleman depth, 29.4.
And what does that mean, the Coleman depth?
That's the depth of the beak. And now we're going to do Coleman length. And again, all these measurements just help us. We could apply these to formulas to determine whether we know Leeper. I'll tell you this. We first thought Leeper, did we first think Leeper was a boy? I think I did, and then I saw her incubating. Because she's 9.5 pounds. I can't wait to see her foot in there. But I remember calling Adam and I said, hey, Leeper's a girl. And the Leeper's on the nest. So this is one of those cusp birds. She's right in between her measurements from.
And are you comparing the measurements from last time? Has she grown any? Or
No, nothing there. The weight is the exact same, which is interesting, and then the Coleman's relatively similar, which we would expect. So we wouldn't expect this to change much either, because
those are huge.
tarsus, which Chloe's measuring, its leg should be pretty much full size by the time it leaves the nest. So we know that this bird is at least 7 years old right now. And it could be 17 or even older, but we we're able to age it as a full adult when we caught it 2 years ago, which means it's at least 5 years old. So now doing the math, 2 years later, we know that it's at least 7.
Wow.
So the next measurement we're gonna do is a foot pad, and it's a little dicey to get, but if we get it, it's gonna really help us.
Okay.
This will be interesting. My guess is her foot pad is 138 millimeters is kind of the cutoff for male, female. I'm gonna bet this one does not have the big giant foot.
Ready?
Yeah.
Whew. Look at the size of those talons.
Now the tendons are serrated, as are the sheaths that cover the tendon. So there's a ratcheting system. Nice and easy. Let's try it again. Relax. Right out. That's nice and. You can't force it. You gotta let them relax and just open it up.
Wow.
We go to the tip of the pad, distal portions of the pad to get the best.
It's good up top.
Yeah. Okay.
That is 132.2.
1/3. This is why we thought Leeper. This is really significant. Because we thought Leeper was a male when we first caught it. We thought Leeper was a big male. And that
Wow.
looked like a good. You guys all agree it looked like a good foot.
I thought it was good.
They're awesome.
And that's within a millimeter of what we had the last time.
No,
So,
that's
yeah.
great.
So now they're gonna measure, basically it's toenail.
And I'll just
This is
guide you.
This is where a golden eagle's foot looks so much different than a bald eagle because that helix. And I'll give you guys a good look.
Yeah, right.
That's
Yellow stuff.
really long and sickle-like for golden eagles. Bald eagles is shorter and more curved, probably adapted for grabbing fish, where this is adapted for piercing into mammals, severing spinal cords, blood vessels, nerves, connective tissue. We got a sample.
So 3 millimeters longer than 2 years ago.
And then I just think sucking toes out,
Yes.
tail,
Sure.
and wing.
There we go. This is awesome.
Mhm.
It's really, for those of you who are tuned in to be able to be part of this, this is extremely rare, very exciting for us, and we'll be able to keep track. It's good to test her. We'll do a blood sample and we'll test what her blood lead levels are right away before you guys go.
Is 29.
29.4. The cranium, wing, and tail.
Okay. You guys do your thing. This is basically the length of the head and beak combined.
Wow.
It's a tough measurement to get with the hood on,
Mm-hmm.
but these guys are really good at it. This is a great bird to recap.
116.9.
All right, and we'll do wing cord and tail. Oh. This is, you can estimate wing span by doing wing cord.
Almost there.
And we'll do a tail. And I'm gonna just kind of.
What was that?
16.
We'll do all the shots. We'll do a bunch of photos outside too, including the photos of her eye right before the releaser. So Chloe's counting out 12, or 6, 5, 4.
3, 8.
This is cool. I can't wait to see her tail fins too, because call her a boy. There we. Well, name like Leeper, you could be a boy or a girl like this. There's our middle. Right here. There we
Just
go.
there.
Wow.
320 exactly.
Okay.
320.
So Adam, do you have all of Leeper's stats up on the computer from last year too, that you're putting those in next to?
Yeah, I have them in a couple different databases that I'm kind of flipping between to look. And yeah, everything's kind of right on what it was last year. Yeah, which we would expect, that not a lot of measurement-wise stuff about the bird to change, since it is a fully grown.
The keel felt great. Some indistinct. Yep. Sweet. I'm we'll make sure. I know I feel fat. It's noticeable, in my opinion. But okay.
So we have a question from the feed that what time do you go to work and what time do you get off? Like how much of your day is spent trying to catch an eagle?
Earlier on in the season, it gets darker. Later in the morning and then earlier in the night. So as the season goes, it changes. I think in the beginning we were trying to start around 8:30, and then leaving at like
3:30, yeah.
And now we're staying till like 4:30 or 5 at least.
Yeah, so she came out here in January.
Wow.
Yeah, we know her behaviors in and out.
So just for those, a recap, this is Leeper. Leeper is a local bird that lives in the Blue Mountain area near Missoula, Montana. And this is the second time that they have caught Leeper. It is a recapture, which is really rare and really special. And Leeper already has a transmitter on her back. That big part that you see in the front of Leeper where it kind of pushes out near her chest, that's her crop, and it's full of meat where she was just eating. And right now they're doing all the measurements. They're going to take Leeper's blood, and then we're going to test it to see if Leeper has any lead in her blood. Are you going to put a wing tag on Leeper as well? Nope.
No, right now what we're considering, we're looking, the transmitter looks great. We've collected a ton of data on her. We are considering, and we might make a phone call or two, that possibly we have enough tracking data on Leeper, and maybe we remove the transmitter and put it on another eagle someday.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
We're just thinking about it. It's fine, but I don't know. All right, this one we have to be quiet for the blood draw. We're looking at a vein right in here, guys. It looks like a vein in your arm, your brachial vein.
Wow.
Okay, so got just over 2.5 milliliters of blood. We're putting it into this tube. And we'll split this between 2 tubes, and then we have these little papers, these little cards called Wattman cards that we put a drop or 2 on. And then with this, we can run lead blood levels. We can find out about the genetics of the bird, which we should have this for this bird anyways. But yeah, we can just do a number of things with all this blood. That'll be useful for our work.
That looks very gentle, like gentle work, but is it kind of nerve-wracking?
Yeah, we have to be careful.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. I'm going to try and get the camera close up because I want you to look inside her nares. There's a wind baffle in there. And
Whoa.
that is for when these birds are diving at super high speeds. Right in there in the nostril.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see that on camera.
I think we can, yeah.
And that breaks the wind up for these stooping eagles. When they're stooping at 200 miles per hour, that's a heck of a wind force. Yeah, and the beak is impressive. I would love to show you all the eye, but if we took the hood off, bad things can happen to us.
Amazing. So as you're kind of doing some of the moving the blood back and forth, there is a student that wants to know what got you interested in wildlife biology? What was your path?
Personally, I mean, we all have a story. I fell in love with raptors at a very young age, though I never in a million years imagined I would work with them. I've always admired golden eagles. I'm from New Jersey originally. But I never in a million years ever thought I'd work with golden eagles. It was never a plan, but it worked out that way. But just for me, just being out in nature, being able to take hikes in the field, to notice hawks, to notice spiders, and just other aspects of nature just caught my eye. But what really made me fall in love with raptor migration, which is what we primarily study, and everything else, was sitting on a mountaintop at a raptor migration count site, where you could see hundreds of raptors flying by in a single day. And we work on a golden eagle site here in western Montana, where you could see 100 or 200 golden eagles in a single day fly by. It's really cool, and it's hard not to just fall in love with it.
Sounds like to me, Rob, that science is a lot of patience and waiting and then a lot of scurry.
In this case, it is. Yeah. I mean, the amount of time and effort that went into going and finding the roadkill deer, setting up the trap, making sure everything is right, just making sure the stars align to get the one capture, the single capture today of Leeper. It's just pretty special.
All right. So what are you guys doing over here?
So what we did was we started just by writing everything that we just measured down on a data sheet. And then we are trying to juggle a couple things, but trying to get it onto our online spreadsheet.
Nice.
So that we can have it digitally backed up
Fantastic.
as well. Yeah. And then what I'm going to actually do as well is that blood I just took on these vials, I'm going to put all, like, most of the information, like who the bird is, age, transmitter number, band number, so we know whose it is. And then we refrigerate these when we're not using them, so they keep longer.
Very much like a hospital lab.
So I've just been consulting with Adam, and we've collected almost 2 years of data from Leeper. We know where she nests. We know her behavior. So we're considering cutting the transmitter off of her and getting the tracking. You know, it's great. Everything looks fantastic on her. It's perfect, exactly what we want to see. But we could also, transmitters are expensive. We've got this information off of Leeper, and maybe we can put a new battery in the transmitter and track another bird with this image. And we get to take the tracking stuff often really look at it very closely and make sure everything's all right, which this kind of information is very valuable for scientists because there are some eagle researchers out there that would frown on these kind of units. They're not the majority, but they're critical and they care about the birds. We have never saw any evidence, somebody asked earlier, any evidence of the trackers hurting the eagles. So, I mean, we couldn't be more pleased with this, and it's such a huge learning moment for the greater scientific community. We've got all the tracking data. We know where her home range is, her nest site is. Very easy to get to and watch to see where she goes. I could take my dog for a walk and go look at her nest. And again, refurbish the transmitter and maybe put it on an eagle that'll take us all the way to Alaska or another local. It's just something we're considering. We have a bird we've been tracking since 2013. We're trying to catch this year to do just that, to take the transmitter off. But yeah.
Wow.
It's these are the things you contemplate when you get a recaptured bird like this.
So this is one of the ones that's on the Golden Eagle site, but they recaptured it.
What do you guys think?
There we go. So we just had Mrs. Daniels' class join us from Helmville. Mrs. Daniels' class, hello. This is Leeper, the golden eagle. Leeper is a recapture and is a female that lives in the Blue Mountain area just west of Missoula. And she's a really special bird. We've just done a bunch of measurements on her. We took beak measurements and foot pad measurements and claw measurements and wing measurements. They drew some blood, and now they're going to test it for any lead to see if that's in there. Would you mind bringing Leeper back around to the camera so we can get another close-up? And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and type them into the chat. Oh my goodness. Hello, Leeper. Wow, look at those.
We have the hood on her,
gosh.
so it keeps her calm.
Yep.
But she's a special bird. I saw her nestling last year, and I saw the nest lined with ground squirrels. The ground squirrels were bigger than the nestling when I went there.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, that's how little it was. So she's successful. And what's interesting about this bird, among other things, is her measurements tell us that she was a large male. And originally, we thought we could run DNA on all these birds. It's very affordable, $20. A blood spot will tell you male or female. But when I went to the nest and I saw the bird, when I saw both birds, and I realized the one with the transmitter is incubating all the time, incubating the eggs, that's when I realized Leeper is not a boy, Leeper is a girl.
Do male golden eagles help incubate eggs or no?
Yes, they do, but only a fraction of the time. I have it. So we're just trying to. This is a super cool bird.
And you
we're kind of in awe.
And you can see over here, Chloe's doing the blood work. She's putting it onto a little strip. Earlier today, we likened it to a COVID test, where you have to put a drop of blood on this strip, and then the machine is going to read it. And in a couple of minutes, it will tell us if there's any lead in Leeper's blood. And just for those who may wonder, well, why would Leeper have lead in her blood? One of the things that we find is that golden eagles often eat gut piles from animals that were hunted. And if the animal was hunted and has lead, and lead bullets were used, Kathleen's going to share with us, you'll see what happens is those lead fragments right here break into a gajillion itty bitty teeny tiny pieces, and they poison the birds that eat them. Right over here, this is a copper bullet, and a copper bullet, when it goes into an animal, it does not release any lead or little lead pieces. It just sort of makes a funny shape. And so we're advocating for the use of copper over lead because what we're finding is that a lot of the eagles that we're catching have lead poisoning, and that prevents them from eating, and it makes them very sick, and it can actually kill them.
So we always recommend that for your hunting and your shooting to use non-lead ammunition for your game. And so some people have a lot of lead ammunition still, so you can use it at the range, and then you can use the non-lead for your game. And it really works well.
All right, so we can see here that Adrian is busy writing down all the information so that the next time they go to test the blood, they'll know exactly what they're testing. A very important part of the scientific process is the data collection and making sure that it's accurate. And so I can see that he's doing a really great job recording that data. Adam's over here also doing some data recording.
And we're waiting for a weigh-in too. We want to share this with a few colleagues and people that we work with, collaborate with, and consult with on the regular.
Yeah. And Chloe's waiting for the results from the lead.
25 seconds.
And Leeper is being exceptionally patient with all of us.
Well, it's not her first rodeo.
No.
She's done this before.
It is not her first rodeo. But she could move really quickly at any moment.
Yep.
I have to be careful.
Oh, she's got her legs crossed. There you go. Wow.
I'm going to get you a closer look at these talons as I carefully
Those
walk
talons
over.
are amazing. Okay, here come the talons.
Look like dinosaurs.
19?
19.5. What does that tell us about her?
That she has low subclinical levels of lead, pretty much average with what we see in
Yep.
birds in the study. So it's not too bad. I'm okay with that. See the razor edge on that middle toe?
Wow.
Let's see if I can open it up. Look at that, it's like a razor. It's sharp, so sharp. The same kind of edge. Like that.
Wow. That is so sharp. And that would just absolutely grab a hold of a ground squirrel or waterfowl or so we got the results back. Her blood levels are not too high.
Not too high.
Not
They're
too high. There's a
acceptable.
little bit of lead in there.
Some people would argue 20 should be background.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good argument for eagles, not people.
And what did you say that her level was at?
19.
19. So just sort of below that threshold.
Yeah. We feel okay about that. And again, we know where she summers. We know where she spends far majority. This bird, less than any other, probably gets her lead, or less than some, anyway, I should say, probably gets most of her lead this time of the year. And because in the summer, she's nesting, she's sticking close to the nest, at least for incubation and brooding.
Mm-hmm.
And we know there's a sea of ground squirrels where she nests, because I've been there.
That's pretty fantastic.
And I've seen them now.
That's incredible.
We're making a couple calls. This is like a little different for what we're used to doing.
Ooh, here's a question. Where are eagle ears?
Oh,
Maybe
they're behind the hood.
behind the hood.
There's
Adam, maybe you could ask or answer that question.
They're kind of in a similar spot, but they are under feathers. Owls kind of have adaptations which kind of are more focused on their ears, whereas eagles don't. They can hear, about as good as we can probably, but that's not their primary source of prey detection. So they're kind of fine with having them hidden under the feathers, but they're just kind of little holes back around where yours are. Just they don't actually have a skin-based kind of flap like we do.
for the vultures. You could look right at the ears, and we take a measurement that incorporates the ear orifice. But I can't say I've ever looked at a gold needle's ear. Usually because we're being very careful, and once you take that hood off, yeah, we're kind of.
Wow.
I'm leaning towards it, but I kind of want a consensus. I want to make this.
So right now we're trying to get a consensus as to whether or not the transmitter comes off, because again, we've had data on Leeper for several years now, and Leeper has worn that transmitter for a while and given us a ton of feedback, and we could use that transmitter on a different eagle.
Yeah, and the thought is, it's okay, we borrowed you for a while.
Yeah.
And now you'll just have a band, and that's okay.
Yep. Leeper's also kind of a local bird, so.
We check on her. And the information we would get by examining her body after we remove the transmitter, looking at it very closely, taking some photos could be very useful. It's already very useful.
Wow.
This is a perfect fit in transmitter. Everything's it's just really good.
And you said that Leeper's had this transmitter on for 2 years?
About 2 years.
Wow.
So it's a good amount of data, and she's pretty predictable. The most unpredictable thing she did this year was come here.
So I'm gonna, just so folks that maybe joined us a few minutes ago, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen again, because we do have the data from where Leeper lives. So let's see. Okay. All right, so just backing out again for those of you that are new. This is Missoula, Montana, right here.
All right, guys. So next step is releasing. I don't know if you could turn the camera out there.
Absolutely. In fact, I've got something even better. I think that Kathleen is going to walk out. We're going to walk out with you, and this is going to be pretty fun. So I'm going to, let's see, Kathleen, would you mind making your computer, I'm going to spotlight you, so just make your camera on. So I'm going to, oh, let's turn your background off. So we're going to replace the spotlight with Kathleen's computer, and we're going to go out, and we are going to release.
Do you want my audio on?
I do want your audio on, and I will turn mine off. Everybody, there might be a horrendous noise for a very, oh, and here comes Carrie for a second.
Okay, is your audio on?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yep.
Awesome. We have Carrie Hinkle just joined us.
Yay.
You're welcome and tell Carrie what's happening.
You bet, Carrie. We are all walking outside. We're going to release this amazing bird on camera now that they have all the measurements they need. So sorry if you're getting seasick while I'm walking here. Oh, I'm trying. Okay.
So we're gonna cut the transmitter off, you guys. This is you tell us how you want us, guys.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
Good lighting. Yeah.
So Adam's going to remove the transmitter. We'll be able to examine it real closely. We'll be able to examine Leeper. So now we're removing Leeper's transmitter after almost 2 years of data collection. Transmitter's working great. She's a local bird. We know where she nests. She sticks on a tight territory. She's sort of served her, given her her part to science, and we're going to remove the transmitter, put a new battery in, and get that. felt it earlier. It felt good. Now Adam's going to the breast patch. This is a breakaway breast patch that if she really wanted to, see, she didn't even mess with this thing too much. That looks beautiful. That's what we want to see. We have elastic in here. The elastic is functioning well. We'll be able to check on Leeper. Right. Look at that. There it is. It looks in great shape.
Wow.
We're going to give a little peek at her. Just look for any signs of harness wear, but really, she looks great. There has always been concern about up over the shoulders, any kind of harness wear. I don't see any signs of it. The feather growth, everything looks perfect. Hey, you're on speaker with our group here. We just took Leeper's transmitter off. Yeah, I'm gonna make the same choice. Oh, good. That's good to get your confirmation. You're being piped into some school groups right now too. They understand that this is a colleague, collaborator, and friend from Jackson Hole with Teton Raptor Center. Yeah, so we're gonna.
Cool.
We're just. There's no. This is perfect. She looks great, Brian, and no sign of harness wear that we can tell. She's exact same weight. 133 foot pad. So I originally thought it was a boy, and then I saw her on the nest, and I thought, oh, Leeper's a girl. So interesting, the foot being as small as it is. So she's one of those cuss birds. We'll get some great tail shots and finish shots too this year. Fantastic opportunity to get. No, it's a feel-good time, isn't it? All right, well, we'll take some shots and yeah, we'll call you back. Thanks for calling. Congratulations. All right, thanks, man. We'll do some tail and wings. You get the photos, Rob? Yeah, sure. Go for it too, though. Yeah, it never hurts. Yeah. Rob loses photos. Nice hold. Very good. I'm gonna come in and get a shot now. My fingers. Birds feather. Oh. Nice shot. So important.
Wow.
Yeah. Just look at the molt. Get a ton of pics of transmitter. Why? Yeah, this is Brian. He's like, get a ton of pics, so we will. All right, beautiful shot. We'll do tail, Chloe. Then I'll try and I'm gonna do some holds too, and so you guys can take my. You got it. You're offside, as we say in kayaking and jiu-jitsu.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that tail. Nice hold. Good job, bro. Excellent. That's where the transmitter rode. No open skin. Inspect that. Skin is. Skin. Transmitter was. Skin perfect, not red.
operations from carrying the harness around for 2 years to transfer around. Benefits. Yeah, somebody want to grab some of my phones too. Set it for bird looks so darn good. Out, fixes herself up. I'm like amazed how big this looks. The other one really messed with it. Get to the scale. It looks great. All kind of, how many miles traveled? I figured that out. I know we can. There's no wear there. Yeah, it's great. Perfect. Now we'll do eye shot. Science. Go west here. Video? Sure.
Hang on, everyone. I don't know if I'll go this far. Hang on. Hi, Leeper! Did everybody see it? Hang in. We're going back where it's warm, everyone. Yeah. I hope they got it. I hope they saw it.
Too. So you're still on. You've got
I know.
your audio, which is great. Say hello.
Hi, everybody. It's not cold or anything, you know.
Oh my goodness. Well, you guys, thank you so much. That
Was that not amazing?
That's awesome.
Woo!
woohoo! Thank you to everybody who joined us today. All right, we'll see you later.
Bye.